All right, so welcome everyone. So I have another exciting workshop for you, as we always try to do every week. So today we have the workshop entitled From Prompt to Production, Building Landing Pages with V0 and Automating with n8n. All right, so as you know, AI seeks to automate a lot of the tasks that we have in our daily lives. And Jonathan is gonna walk us through this particular automation tool called n8n. So Jonathan is a researcher, is an MMA fighter. I'm sure he'll tell you guys a lot more about himself. But without further ado, I will hand over to Jonathan as he will lead us through this exciting workshop. All right, over to you, Jonathan. I'm gonna stop sharing. I'll allow you to share. Jonathan, think your mic.
My mic was very muted.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, thank you. Thank you for the introduction, Stone. Thank you so much for bringing me on. Definitely appreciate the JAIA team for inviting me out to come and speak on a bit of a passion that I have, for building websites now by leveraging AI to do my bidding for me. So you got, as we all see on screen right now, right? The prompt is the removing from a general idea on how to get that into production, right?
You're sharing screen? Okay.
Can it be seen? Can you guys see the screen, right?
Yeah, I can see. Everyone else can see.
I just want to confirm.
I can see.
Sick.
Oh,
Okay. Right. So moving along. So more about me. So I'm a founder. I recently registered a business overseas. It's called Nightshade AI. I am the president and the guy who runs the show. As Stone mentioned before, I'm actually a combat sports athlete. I represent Jamaica in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I now have started kickboxing. I have my first fight next week. You guys should come watch me Tumpy and a boy face for sure. Definitely, I'm also a content creator. I create content all about AI, loving AI. I just love all of it, so I could definitely create content about it. And I'm also a researcher at the University of the West Indies, where I do a lot of the code work alongside the lectures that are there. So today's journey, right, we're going to be taking a deep dive into how do we move from an idea that we have in our minds for, in this instance, a landing page specifically for a niche community group or even some kind of personal web page that you have, and how do we get that into the hands of others, right? So we do this by leveraging a platform called Vercel. Vercel's power is that it allows you in plain English to be able to prompt a large language model, and your ChatGPTs, your Claude, your Gwens, in order to get a functioning web app at the end by having a conversation. It costs around 20 US a month. It's around about 3,000 Jamaican dollars, and you're able to push these websites from just largely what I love to call thin air. So V0 allows you to create websites using a particular framework of coding and design. A framework that many persons kind of look down on. It's called ShadCN, but the way that I look at it is that ShadCN allows us to really get really neat designs. But the idea is that you have to understand and know the subtle nuances on how to generate those designs, right? And that's what we're going to be talking about today. So I do a lot of running. I'm quite honestly, I don't want to go as far as to say I'm addicted to running and exercise on the whole, but particularly running. So I joined a run group. I'm a part of the Wadada Run Club, and they started just this month. Unfortunately, they didn't have a landing page website set up, so I decided to say to myself, how can I leverage V0, this natural language to web app, to come in and help these guys and get a website up and running? So that's what we're going to showcase real quick. So this is, oh, let me know, guys know. Can you guys see what's on screen right now? The whole image and everything. So on this, we're good.
Yeah.
Sick. Okay. So everything that I'm going to showcase to you guys here was done by AI, even the images, right? So largely my workflow goes like this, where I start with the conceptual design, the high level, where I would engage in a conversation with Midjourney and ChatGPT, going back and forth with them. So as you can see here, I'm trying to get the best kind of image out of a prompt, any kind of prompting strategy. My prompting strategy largely is not anything too crazy, I would want to say. I have a focus on four things: the character, what that character is doing, where they are in the environment, and the environment itself. And then there's a little, you could almost say, a bonus or extra driving points or driving prompts that we use in order to get a little more realism out of them. So I'll give you an example where at the end of the website, you'll be able to see this coming out eventually, where at the you can see I say monochromatic, atmospheric depth, graph positions, active lifestyle, futuristic yet grounded in life. For these kind of prompts, I must admit I didn't come up with them myself. Midjourney has the beautiful feature of having a vast library of individuals who post their prompts publicly. So what I would come on is that I would find and mix and match six, seven different prompts together, including with my own personal knowledge and with what my objective is. And in the case of what we were showcasing a while ago, I wanted to get a hold of a figure images of persons running. You can see here as I go along, I'm able to subtly try to isolate certain parts of their legs, or for instance, if I want motion, I tell it that I actually want motion, for instance, just going down so you can see more of how I was able to construct these prompts as well. So it starts in Midjourney, where I try my best to get images that we can use within the website, because unfortunately the platforms like V0, the Lovable, don't have that capacity just as yet to create really stunning and, images that you'd want to even see in the first place. Then comes the structure of the website. This is really, really where ChatGPT for me shines a lot, where using a custom GPT called Snack Prompt, I'm able to get a screenshot of an entire web page and get a detailed breakdown using ChatGPT's image model in order to get a structure, an overview of what that website would look like through its eyes. So it gives me a detailed prompt that I use back again. Because what I find is that instead of coming up with my own prompt, I just ask these large language models that we know that are running these other platforms just to how best to prompt themselves. And I found that the results are very stunning and catching. So once I have the structure, I have the images, I then move on to more something that as a developer, have a bit more experience with, and that's the overall design and look with the code. That is, we use TweakCN. This is how I get a lot of those card designs and the color scheme. This is how I set the font, for instance. So largely comes from this website. And as you can see as we go along here, guys, right? Largely, a lot of this is being done for me through these platforms. So not a lot of it is going to come from V0, but it's leveraging the other platforms to really come together to create this cohesive whole. One other website I have to mention is 21st Century Dev. I believe that every single developer or non-technical user should be using this website. This is the holy grail, as I want to declare it, of places to get other person's already developed production-ready code that you can use on your own website. So as we're going to go through the Wadada Run Club website now in a full debrief, you're going to notice that there's going to be certain parts where there's a pretty slick animation, or there's perhaps even a certain type of font that was used. And most of it came from these ready production components that I manipulated using all that we've spoken about before with Midjourney, ChatGPT, and TweakCN, and combining it together. So let's look through. So using the ChatGPT prompt out and then combining it, I was able to generate the images that you guys see here. To go through. And now, so this part right here entirely came from 21st Century Dev, an excellent, excellent, excellent area. This section actually, funny enough, came from V0 itself. V0 has great capacity in order to create some subtle designs, but I find that as you get more complex and complicated with what you want to achieve, it's best to go and venture forth to these external websites for sure. This is one of my favorite parts of the website. A different kind of testimonial section, just showcasing, okay, that this is what our users are saying, and a different kind of photo where you're able to create like a smooth scrolling parallax effect. Trust me, in order to get a feature like that, inside of V0 on its own. I've tried, and let me tell you something. It's not really possible without leveraging the extra external tools in order to really create these robust designs. So now, okay, so we have a website, right? And let's say, for instance, Matthew comes on to Wadada Run Club and he's like, "Oh, I really want to figure out more about it." And he wants to, for instance, contact the leader. But the leader's a busy man. He has his own things doing. He's trying to run a run club. So then how can we then leverage n8n to come in and to help us with tackling that kind of a process? So largely automation is moving data from one section to the other without any kind of human intervention, predictably and reliably. n8n facilitates that at scale. It's free open source. It has the same integrations as Zapier, Make, Shippable, Pipedream, you name it. And also, the best feature I think, not even I think, the best feature it has is that it has the option to keep me as a human in the loop as the AI is going about and constructing and doing whatever it needs to do, right? So I created a chatbot that's connected to my own personal Notion database where it retrieves data about the Wadada Run Club. Just I did this as a quick demo in order to achieve some kind of easy workflow so that we can free up time for the business owner, right? So let's navigate over to my n8n dashboard. And don't be frightened. It's not too complicated. It's just like any other Make Zapier. We're just connecting nodes together. And this is largely a very simple workflow that we have going on here, where we only have what, one, two, three, four, five nodes. And from this, we're able to create an AI agent that can go in to my personal Notion database, pull data, and retrieve it back for us. So I'll show you guys how that looks on the actual without a page, right? So I'll ask the question, what are the rules for the run club? It's going to take some time to load. This isn't optimized for any kind of, I would say, real world use cases. The response is going to be a bit slow. But as you can see, we're now freeing up time for other persons within the business to handle much more high level tasks. This is a simple showcase, right? I'll show you guys one of my workflows that I have within my own business that help me create organic SEO content on my website as well. Yeah, so just like that, we're able to get a welcome to Wadada Run Club simple chatbot that really helps persons, free up time, as I was saying before. So I'll showcase to you guys real quick one of the ones that we have on at Nightshade AI. So yeah, this is a much crazier, complex thing. And beneath all of this, there's even more going on, right? Where there's data being pulled from different sources, et cetera, et cetera. So for me and my business use case, I need organic content always coming in on my website. And through n8n, I'm able to get that done, as well as being able to be updated on the success or the failure of that, because they also have what we call nodes that allow us to send data via email to me. So I'm able every Saturday morning, this automation runs, and I'm able to know what new documents these particular platforms have launched. And then they automatically get transcribed onto my website in my brand's voice, completely on autopilot. For this particular pipeline, I decided, just because it's just blog content, just to fluffen the website and to give it organic SEO, I decided not to be a part of the loop within this section. So yeah. So this allows us now to have like a crazy combination, because now the possibilities are now endless, right? We can create websites easily, because I did the Wadada Run Club website in about like what, 15, about an hour, like a good hour. And now we have these AI agents, and we're able to pull data from anywhere. And so now we can have a website that largely runs itself. So I'll showcase that. I'll showcase to you guys what I was talking about before, where on my personal, company website, nightshadeai.xyz, we have over 54 articles already coming from the ChatGPTs, the Anthropics, the Perplexity, all written in our brand voice with strong call to actions that are done on autopilot every Saturday. Content gets added to my website without my intervention. So that way, persons can, when this ranks in Google, persons are able to be like, oh, they talked about OpenAI. Oh, I was looking for this article. And then we're able to get more leads and generate more income from there for sure. So what this means is that we now have a system where we can take any kind of website, combine it with these n8n automations, because what you have now is a very easy system where you can provide, oh, I should showcase an example where you can actually copy and paste the data, as you can see, copy to clipboard. You can copy this data, put it directly inside of V0, and tell it, hey, this is what I want you to connect to. So now you don't even have to worry about, oh, I need to now pull this down from V0 as well. You can actually do it within V0 and have those automations on your website running all the time for you automatically. So this extends to, like we talked about, content creation, navigation, even sales funnels, right? So I think that through this, that we're able to create so much, what would I say now? So much value for not only ourselves but for our businesses. I recently posted on LinkedIn as well, where I was able to automate anytime there's a transaction done on my business, I send a voice note using Telegram that updates my database for me, just like that, you know. So what do I want you guys to recognize from this? That now is the time. Like, oh, I think it was the Nvidia CEO. I was watching an interview with him, and he said now is the time for the idea guy. So now I want you guys to just really understand that it's easier. It's like so easy now. Like it's the now is the time to get your digital presence out there using these tools. It's in English. It's in English. We can do it now. And I see somebody says brain overload. I understand. I understand, which is why I'm opening the floor to questions. Please shoot. I would love to know where I lost you and how best I can help you understand, you know?
I have a question, right?
For sure.
So V0 uses React with Next.js and such.
Yes.
Um, I do not. I have like fundamental knowledge of React, but I
Hmm.
know that if I can read the code and I can say, okay, it's doing this, and I can change stuff in the code to get it to do what I want, right? But I could launch an application, but I wouldn't really know everything about the code or how it exactly runs. So I'm asking if it's a bad thing to launch an app even though I don't fully know what's under the hood, or is it okay? Or
Mhm.
what's your thought on that?
My thoughts. Wow. I'm gonna be very real with you. Like I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm actually a data science guy. I have no experience in web development. Like before 2025, I've never developed a website in my life. Like I do not understand. I don't understand React, Tailwind CSS, and I nothing. I do not understand anything. I've only used Python for 90% of my coding career for the last 5 years. And I must tell you that all my websites run, I don't understand anything that's underneath of it. I think now that we're at this point now where we can just ask. Like if I don't understand something, I go to Claude and I'm like, yo, what does this do?
Exactly.
What is
That
a hook?
too.
What is this? What is that? And like through trial and error, because trust me, bro, like it sounds like your experience. You know, like when AI is producing slop, right?
Yeah.
At the same, like so you have to ask. You ask questions like, hey, is this production ready? Hey, what does production ready code look like? And you create rules and guardrails in order to protect your system against that from happening, which is what I found that works. And over time too, which is crazy, I'm actually kind of learning along the way, you know? It's so cool.
I would say interesting take.
Yeah. Yeah. I see someone in the chat asks, do websites run on V0 or can I extract the code to a server on GoDaddy and Bluehost? Yes, you can. Yeah, you can. So let me actually can I showcase this right now? Yeah. So showcase what run club. So yeah, so this is me creating a GitHub repository with the code like right now. So you're able to extract the code. You're also able to, I think you're able to deploy it to production right now. You can also, I think the download button is right. Or is it down? Yeah, you can also download the code if you don't want to push it to GitHub as well. So yeah, you're free to do largely anything with this, which is why, in my opinion, V0 is one of the best, like top of the line, because it gives you the freedom and you're not locked into the platform. A lot of the other platforms, you have to subscribe in order to download the code, but with them it's free. And they also have database integrations built in. So I were to pull up that. So built in, we have Superbase, Grok, File. For those of you who may not know what those are a lot of the really famous AI platforms. We can create them instantly and add them in as well. So another question. How would I get started with automation? Siobhan, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, first of all. Beautiful. I think that's an amazing question, right? So, how would you get started with automations? The first thing I would do is automate something for myself, which is what I did. So, I hated coming home after work and being like, oh, I needed to log my personal transaction, business transactions for the day, but I do not want to open Notion. Like Notion on my phone, like it's hands on one of the worst user experiences I've ever had, like ever, period, on a mobile app. So I decided that I don't want to interact with a mobile phone. How can I automate this? So that's where I started, and that's where I highly recommend you to start as well, because it gives you a deep and personal understanding of the automation if it's more personal to you for sure.
I think on that point, how exactly, so you had mentioned n8n, like how
Mm.
would people get started with that?
Oh, as in terms of how to set it up? Is that
Yeah.
what they? Oh, I misinterpreted the question. So n8n can be set up in one click on this website called Railway. So Railway is a platform that allows you to deploy these applications, right? And they host it for you. So what I've done here is that through one click, using one of their templates that we can showcase to you guys right now, deploy from template n8n. Yeah, so they have a plethora of templates that will allow you to deploy. And the beautiful thing about Railway is that they give you $5 of usage for free, which lasts for the entire month. And I'll show you also what a frequent user of N8N's pricing would look like as well. I think that's huge. So yeah, so my bill comes up to around 15 US per month. So I mean, I pay 15 euros a month. My business is automated. My personal transactions are automated. It's a bang for my buck, you know. So I found different places where I can host this code. So definitely would recommend you if you want to get started, go on Railway, deploy this in one click. Like, I mean, actually, we can actually showcase that right now, as a matter of fact. Deploy a template. It's gonna cost some money though, but I don't mind. Let's deploy this one, right? So this is all you have to. This is literally all you have to do. You have to go on Railway, pick one of their templates, click deploy, and that's it. And you're live. And then by the end of this deploying, and like I'll even show you guys once it's done. Yeah, so once it's going, it's doing its thing. So once that's finished, then we're able to use it. Yeah, so Railway custom. Also, it's gonna take some time, but largely at the end of this, you'd end up with a green ready to go Railway instance. Would n8n be similar to FlowWise? Yes, n8n is very, very similar to FlowWise. Very similar. They differ, however, in the fact that FlowWise, to my knowledge, based on the last time I checked out FlowWise, they don't have human in the loop integration as well as n8n does, and they don't have as many integrations as well to other platforms. If correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm not sure if it was I don't know if it's Langflow or Flowwise was based off of LangChain, and LangChain is has a lot of integrations, mind you, but it's not connected to like Shopify if you're into UGC or trying to create like e-commerce stores or so stuff like that. So it just depends on what you want. If you want specifically AI agents within the LangChain space, I would recommend Flowwise Langflow. But if you want something a bit broader, for sure, highly, highly can't recommend any enough. I'm paying 15 US a month for it, man. Like, what are the main applications you would recommend to create a self-running website? I'm a bit late. Oh yeah, for sure. So creating a self-running website, man, yeah. You have your n8n, you have your V0 website. I showcased before where you're able to create a website pretty quickly. I spun this up in about an hour or and a half, using different prompting strategies. I went a bit ahead of myself and I created images using Midjourney. You do not have to do that. You could go to a website such as Lumini AI, which in my opinion has some of the best AI art on the web right now. I've searched across the web and these guys, I'm shocked I look at AI images almost every day, and I'm shocked at the quality of content that comes on Lumi AI. Highly recommend this website. You don't even have to create it yourself anymore. People are posting it for free based on, whatever niche you're in. So let's say, for instance, Rick, you wanted to go on do flowers, like you want a floral store. So you type in flowers, you get AI generated images of flowers. So for sure, would highly recommend you to get V0, play around in that space, get n8n using Railway, play in that space, combine them together. So you can have a website that runs on its own, like mine, with content specifically. But you can also automate other things like leads, sales, the list goes on.
Do you have a particular tutorial site or learning resource that you use to learn n8n with V0?
Trial and error. Yeah, just trial and error. Yeah. Trial and error with cursor specifically. So my workflow, 21st century. Yeah, so I don't want to recommend persons YouTube because I don't want persons to get trapped in that YouTube like feedback loop of, oh, I'm gonna watch a tutorial, oh, I'm gonna watch a tutorial. I'd rather somebody download N8N on Railway and automate a process for them. And if you do have access to, for instance, let's say if you're not a technically inclined user, you could use Claude AI. You could tell them, hey, I want to automate, I don't know, and create a AI agent within n8n. This can actually help you to create, those kind of AI automations within n8n. It'll actually give you the JSON file, like a starter template that you can work with, right? So there is that. And if you're more technically inclined, definitely would recommend using Cursor. I use Cursor for everything. I use Cursor to file my taxes. It's insane. Trust me, guys. The value is there. So I'll give you an example real quick. See if I can find something. I hope it's in here. I don't think so. But as you guys can see, I use Cursor to write content as well. I guess not. I guess it's not in this document, but you can also leverage Cursor as well to do. Ah, there it is. Yeah, so you can also use Cursor as well. And the beauty about Cursor is that you can also connect it to different MCP servers and allow it to have the n8n documentation. So you can have live and like really good and actual, like without it hallucinating for sure. So I mentioned 21st century. Please remind us what it does. So 21st century.dev is a website where users can go and get really good components for free. And they even released, I think you have to pay for it though. They even released a version on 21st dev where you can actually type in and get custom components made for you based on all the data that they have on this website. It's great. I'm not familiar with Divi AI. I've personally never heard of them. Are they like a workflow based kind of system? Actually, we can just look it up together, right? Divi AI. What is this? Powerful automation tools. Oh, if you're specifically going for WordPress, okay. Well, I'm not entirely sure about Divi AI. I'm not on work. I don't use WordPress at all. But if Divi AI let me let's go back on if Divi AI uses like a node-based system that we have here where you can connect different pieces of different apps together and push data along, then yes, you can use n8n as well. Yeah, without a doubt.
You had mentioned using
Mhm.
it in for some of your personal use cases. Are there any other use cases that you know of that you
Oh,
could maybe tell us about that
well,
I think are pretty?
oh. Oh yeah, definitely. So we can actually, so the beauty about n8n is that they have a really, really vast community. Like I stalk this page every day. Like I'm looking what the others are doing because it extends not only to chatbots and moving data, but it can move to, as you can see here, right? Sales, IT operations, marketing. Marketing is huge because I used to have a flow where you're able to pull information from Reddit, for instance, and scan what users are having issues with on different subreddits, and then create organic SEO content based on what those users are saying. So it's highly relevant and will more than likely rank in AI search. So it depends on what you want. It goes deep. It really goes deep. You can, as you can see here, for content creation specifically, you can create, AI viral videos, Yeah, you can do market research. I think market research and n8n go hand in hand. Like I'm trying to dial in on that for sure. That's my next avenue. Like I'm really excited for that. So you can scrape websites, any kind of, as long as your n8n instance can connect to like a website, you can scrape it. Like trust. You can find YouTube trends, and if we go into sales, if you're into sales, if you're into more sales, you can do custom onboarding, lead generation. Yeah, it extends. It really, really extends. And one workflow that I've have in the pipeline that I can't wait to showcase to you guys is a like end-to-end, fully automated with me in the loop of a newsletter. Yes, I have a newsletter coming out soon. And like I'm not gonna be the one writing it at all. Like I'm gonna have an AI pulling data from like 10, 15 different sources. I'm going to be the one to say, okay, this is what I think is relevant for our community, this and this and this, and it's going to be able to ship out a, on brand, in tone newsletter as well. So I say, Mr. Davis said most of the information is based, most of my information based websites are on WordPress. Hey, so yeah, hey, super, I don't know to do something for stock. Stocks on n8n, man. Stocks on n8n. Again, that goes hand in hand, right? If you're able to pull stock data. Because let's say, for instance, you sound like a technical user, Mr. Davis. So let's say, for instance, you're able to like pull stock data from somewhere. You could be able to push that now somewhere else, like anywhere else. Because N8N like has, if we go into the node, like it has, where is it? Yeah, it has like so much apps. Like has almost 2,000 integrations, if I remember correctly, like some of the biggest ones you can think of, the Brave Search, the Bubble. So you could even do it for your own personal stock investment. So it pulls data daily on stock and then it does some kind of computation for you without having the hassle of going in and typing in Python code as well. Or if you want to integrate Python code like I've done here, you can do that as well. So feel free, man. And I'm happy to hear you're interested. That really gets me excited, you know? Yeah. Yeah. I see the creative juices are flowing. I love it, man. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I actually, if whatever you build, I'd love to see it for sure.
So this can connect to things like Teams and Slack
Oh,
and stuff like that.
oh, Slack. I think Slack is huge on n8n because what yeah, you can do with n8n and Slack is that you can have like that human in the loop. So you can have like a Slack thread dedicated to just you and an AI agent just having a conversation on doing your bidding, right? Like doing the tasks that you largely don't want to do. So let's say, for instance, I wanted to be a part of this process that I have on my website. I would have used Slack or more than likely Telegram because I prefer Telegram. And it would send me a message, right? I can actually show you guys. So it would send me a message that's like, oh, I've done this. Yeah, see, I'm here to help you. What would you want assistance with? And we can have that conversation with it. Right. So yeah. So I definitely think that integrating with Slack, Teams, Microsoft Outlook. So you can trigger the n8n workflow to run from you from largely any interface, right? That's your email, your Slack, Teams, Telegram. I prefer Telegram because of just that's where I'm at. If you look at the left hand, because a lot of crypto stuff, right? So that's where I'm at usually, So it makes sense for me. So if your workflow is different, modify it for you for sure.
Mm. Um,
Hmm.
cool. Any other questions from anybody?
Yeah, it doesn't seem so.
It's
All right.
personal question I have with his career in data science. What got you into data science?
I needed something to do. Sorry, that's the honest answer. I was really obsessed with the honest answer came out first. I was really obsessed with Python and I needed something to do. So yeah, I just decided, yeah, just go
Uh,
in.
so that means they did the December challenges every year they come out.
Say that one more time.
You did the December challenges every year they come out.
No, I'm not familiar with any December
Um,
challenge. Or what December on Kaggle, is that what you're referring to or some other website?
no, it's Advent of Code.
Ah, Advent of Code. Oh, okay, okay. No, I never really messed around with those. I just, did my own thing largely. A lot of my experience, to be honest with you, like I was very much in crypto. Honestly, yeah. So I did a lot of Web3 stuff for some time, Web3 data stuff. So, um,
Thing Dervoid as
yeah,
well.
Deborah, yeah. Go ahead, Dervoid, Mr. Davis. Go ahead, man.
Thanks.
Yeah, man.
So based on what you'd have mentioned just now, I'm assuming if the automation would begin, I think I've seen one where you would like have a like a, a bot in Telegram and you would like prompt the bot or you'd message the bot to say like, hey, what's the latest with my email? And then the automation would run to find you like your latest three emails and give you a summary. Is that
Yes.
something
Yeah.
similar to what n8n would do?
Yes, that is exactly what n8n does. My workflow is a little different. I know one you're talking about. We can actually go on that one right now, right? So it's my Telegram notification where I can send a voice note in Telegram and it updates my database with transaction data from my business. So this is just something personal for myself, right? But what you just said a while ago can also happen as well.
Sure. All right. So let me just give you the
Hmm.
broad overview of what I'm thinking for this uh, stock work that I want to do.
No, I'm all
So
yours.
as an example, if I'm tracking, say, NVIDIA, AMD, and Tesla, I would want an automation that would basically search the internet to find the latest news associated and perhaps adjacent news, and then report back to me what happened throughout the day, as well as the movement in the stock price, and perhaps even taking that a bit further, try to correlate the news with the stock movement. So that's
Okay.
what I'm thinking. So if I'm using, say, Outlook as the initiator, I'd want to like send an email. I'm not sure in this case who I would send the email to in order to trigger n8n to then run through the automation, look up all the information on those three companies or whichever tickers I would give to it, and then report back to me.
Very possible. That's actually a very possible workflow. So I can immediately think of it starting in Outlook. Then it would use an AI agent easily. And then what you could do now is that you could connect it to Perplexity, because Perplexity's deep research is top class. Let me tell you, man. Like if you connect to Perplexity, especially they recently, it's actually so funny you asked about this. Perplexity launched a ability to search the finance like sec filings, so you could actually connect this to Perplexity using your Outlook and get an AI agent to research what's going on with the stocks that you mentioned and just get a response back. In addition to that, it also has a capacity as well to do like social and web searching. So if you want to look at Twitter sentiment, Reddit sentiment, or even just general web news, or if you want to take it even a larger step further, what you could also do is that you could scrape websites and check for differences. So, like for instance, this similar workflow that I have, right? Where I'm scraping, hold on, let me show you exactly where I'm scraping from. I see the messages from the other person. I'll be answering you guys in a moment. Where I'm scraping data from Perplexity, Anthropic, and OpenAI using Python, and then I'm just running it, right, with n8n largely just to notify me on what's going on. So
Okay.
you could even do the same thing, right? You could have like or you could even do it within n8n as well. So the possibilities are really up to you and it's endless for sure. But it's
Okay.
possible. Your workflow is possible.
All right, thanks. So I'm thinking about how to operationalize that, but I'll do
Mm,
I'll message Claude and follow your prompt guide as to how to
yes,
get started. So
please.
thank you very
Just
much.
yeah, man. Just talk to and make sure you enable web search on Claude or it's gonna give you back nonsense. Please, 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 please. That's huge. So let's go back from the top. So are you familiar with Spline? Yes, I am. Spline is an S-class tool, man. Like I think Spline would really take if like combining Spline with V0. Oh man, that's taking it to a next level. Clauses and then let's check. Yeah, so what Ikobe said here is like spot on, like what we've been discussing throughout this entire call here, right? So you can use n8n to browse your emails, browse your messages, browse, your Slack, your WhatsApp, wherever you congregate, largely. and we can connect that to an AI agent, as we saw before with my own personal workflow, and it can do tasks for you. So definitely, you guys should absolutely leverage that for sure.
All right. Or any last questions?
Any questions? It could be even personal
So,
questions, guys.
teacher, so I
Mhm.
am not a financial person, but
Okay.
I have to know, I have to be able to read balance sheets, profit and loss, P&L, etc. For a non-financial person, what provision is here for me to be able to have AI interpret and break it down so I can, have intelligent conversations. We learn to have intelligent conversations.
So let me make sure I understand you. So you're saying that you aren't financially, like, you don't have
Not
that.
financially savvy, no.
No, okay. So, and you want to say, for instance, read a balance sheet that's been given to you, right?
Yes,
Easily.
the P&L, balance sheet, cash flow.
Mhm.
I
So,
want to be able to interpret
mhm.
and have learned intelligent conversation,
Okay.
have
For
knowledge
you,
about what's going on.
for something like that, I wouldn't recommend n8n. That's overcomplicating things for sure. I would recommend you to go to Julius AI, throw that document in there, and have like a hour conversation. Let me sign in on my account real quick and have like a long conversation with that piece of document. Right. So yeah, it's going. So Julius AI is specifically for, let me fill out this. Yeah, leadership, paper engineers, generate reports, and search. Wow, this is a lot of data. Yeah, it's good creating from me. Right. So Julius AI, what it allows you to do, it's specifically tailored to that exact workflow that you want there. So let's say, for instance, I don't have any files on it, do I? No. Okay. But largely Julius AI, it allows you to have conversations with CSV files. So you can put any CSV file in here. You have to upgrade to get larger CSV files, but you can have that intelligent conversation with Julius AI. Highly, highly, highly recommend it for that like specific use case. So you can have those intelligent conversations. To my knowledge, not even to my knowledge, yeah, all files are deleted after an hour. So you'd have to upgrade in order to get that, extra use case out of it. But largely, this is where I would go if I were you for balance sheet, like to talk to a balance sheet, without having to read it.
Okay,
Mhm.
thank you.
Yeah.
Useful.
Yeah, no problem.
Very good.
Jonathan, would that also work for PDF files? So if I were to go to JC and then pull down Lasco's or Grace Kennedy's quarterly financials, would I be able to just upload that PDF or even the link to the PDF in Julius AI and then start asking questions about the performance of the company?
For the link, I don't think so. Do not quote me on that. But for the actually, I mean, that's why we're computer scientists, right? Let's test it out. JSC Lasco. I've never done PDFs, so I guess we can try it like right now. I've never done PDFs before. I've always done like largely like CSV files, XML file,
Okay.
XLSX files. So I'm not entirely
Um,
sure.
I can guide you from here.
Oh,
If you go back up,
mm-hmm.
just in that market link,
Okay.
click,
Market. Private market?
sorry, my mistake. Click on trading.
Trading. Okay.
Yes. Click on mark trade sheet.
Trade sheet.
Scroll down to any company. Lasco, for example, Grace Kennedy.
Oh, Grace Kennedy. Where is Grace
GK.
Kennedy? GK.
Here.
GK. Okay.
Scroll over here, quarterly financials.
Oh, quarterly financials. Sick. Okay. And this is the document. Okay.
Yes. So you
So,
click on that, you can download the
so I click on
PDF.
any one of these?
Anyone is.
Okay, sure. Okay. So this is it.
Yes.
Okay, so let's test it right now. I think that's a good test. Can just test it right now. Can Julius AI read PDF files? All right, there it goes. Julius AI can read PDF files.
Let's ask it what was the revenue for the quarter.
Wow, I didn't know this. I didn't know this. Wow. Oh, it wasn't ready as yet. Okay. Yeah, you read it. Wow. Okay. Well, okay, that's so interesting. So it converts it to a text file if you notice here, in order to extract the financial figures. Okay.
Actually, there's ChatGPT as well, like upload a PDF and ask it questions all the time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there it is. So Julius AI can extract data from PDFs. Oh, and it gives you a little table too. Oh, numbers taken, and it even tells you the page number. Wow, doesn't get any better than that, to be honest.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah, no problem, man. No problem.
Yeah.
Yes, Caroline, yes, you had a question?
No, I just said okay.
Oh, okay, lovely, lovely. Yes, so there you have it. So not only can you do CSV files, but you could also do PDF that has financial data as well. So it's not limiting for sure. Yeah. Oh, somebody had a question. Let me read that one. To learn more at n8n, I can use Cloud AI to help me get started. Absolutely recommend you use Cloud AI, but ensure that you have web search enabled. Please, like it will regurgitate nonsense. Like it will hallucinate because it's probably connected. It's training data. It's probably on like really old documentation. So use web search and tell it to use web search as well. That's a key detail for sure. And yes, Omar, the recording will be shared later in the WhatsApp group that we have. And I think it's posted on YouTube if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so this will be posted to our YouTube channel.
So you got YouTube, you got the WhatsApp group, and so yeah. Any more questions for me, guys? Lay it on me. I love talking about this kind of stuff.
What's the most,
Mhm.
I want to say, what's the most complex workflow that you've been able to create using n8n so far?
The one that I'm doing right now, the newsletter one, that one is like insane. Like, because it's pulling so much data from so many sources. So that one's pretty crazy. Not ready to showcase that one just as yet, though. Yeah, because it's pulling data from RSS feeds, and I have to parse the RSS feeds. I have to parse website data, and also parse PDF. It's all over the place. So that's probably the most complex one so far. Yeah.
And it actually sends out the newsletter to your email list.
Not finished, but
Oh,
it will. But it will.
okay. I'm very much interested in that.
Oh, really? You plan on having a paid newsletter as well?
To be honest, I actually have one. I started the process of actually having an LLM write the articles, but I haven't gotten to the stage yet where it is doing it automatically.
Yeah, that's the huge RO, like that's the huge ROI right there. Having the LLM do it for you, like with you in the loop, like automatically, huge time lifter. It can really enhance the workflow. For sure, I will reach out to you, Mr. Davis, and we'll talk.
Sure.
Definitely.
Thanks.
So Jonathan,
Yes.
um, I'm about to embark on a new project, new business coming into Kingston,
Mhm.
and will involve some real estate
All right. Wait,
activity.
Miss Graham, could you run that by me? You're a little muffled, so it's hard to hear you.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me better now?
Way better. Go again.
All right, cool. So I am about to enter into a new business venture,
Mhm.
in which will involve real estate, spas, etc., and some agriculture. So now, if I want to automate the different processes, work processes, I see you clicking on it here. So I don't know full details yet, but I'm looking at needing the automation of the work processes so that the heavy lifting is taken from me, especially if I'm going to be managing the office at start,
Right.
the person in the office. So I can see where all that is going to be needed. Now, I don't have all information yet, so that's why I'm learning as to what's out there. And then to break it down when it comes to that time and dissect these activities that are needed and automate them. That's your,
Okay.
because you're saying all of what I'm looking at here is part of the mix.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, the one like first of all, I'm so happy to hear that you're looking out and seeing what's possible because trust me, the old way of doing things, I don't want you to get left behind. So it's
No?
so good of you
Yes.
to be looking out. You're the kind of person I want to talk to, Miss Graham, man. Come on, man. Come on. Let me
Yeah,
something.
man, you
Yeah,
won't
man.
learn.
Of course, man. I think like too much of us like, die when we're 25 and buried when we're 75. Like we
Yeah.
do this constant state of learning and uplifting. But to answer your question, yeah, long story short, yes, this is where you need to be. This is what you need to be learning n8n and if you're interested in V0, but largely for your work processes, I would recommend n8n. Definitely, you have to be mindful though as to what you're automating and as to where you stand in that automation, right? If it's a mission critical automation, ensure that you are a part of the process to have the AI when it gives you when it gives you its output, that you can say no and correct it, give it feedback, and you guys go back and forth. And there's some
Yes.
automations that the one that are on my website where I don't. I'll be frank. I'm interested in the AI news that's going on around me, but largely to fatten up my blog to make sure a person don't think it's some kind of dead website. I don't need to be here in this loop, right? So this, if something goes wrong here, I can go into my database, click a button, and this gets deleted. So it's not mission critical,
Okay.
right? So just to keep that's huge, and to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone in the chat, Leon, said inputs. So what you need versus what you want to get out. I see here Jarrell had a question. Go ahead, man.
Jonah, so relating to like the landing pages generation, I know that persons oftentimes feed like some sort of like document to the different
Wait,
models
Jarrell,
or
wait, hold on. Before you
documents
continue,
before
wait,
you feed
Jarrell, wait,
in terms
Jarrell,
of this.
can you not hear us? Yeah, you're breaking up, and I didn't catch the entire first half of what you said.
Okay, hear me clear now,
Yeah, yeah.
Jonah?
Looks like there's a delay too.
Try typing in the chat, Gerald.
Yeah, Jarrell, could you type in chat for us? Yeah, it looks like there's a bit of a delay as well. Getting
But
that walkie-talkie.
Jonathan,
Mhm.
if people wanted to reach you, let's say maybe they don't want to go through this whole trouble of learning n8n, um maybe this is sort of giving you a little business idea here. Well, let's say, do you maybe offer this as a service? Let's say somebody wants a workflow and they could come to Jonathan to help them um, create such workflow. Where could they reach Jonathan?
Wow, it's so funny you asked that, Stone. It's almost as if you can just book a call. Yeah, book a call. Yeah, so nightshadeai.xyz is where you can book a call and have a very long conversation with Jonathan, right? You can come on my website and also see the work that I've done before. The website is currently in a work in progress state, so uh, I'm slowly updating the client work that I've done. But yeah. So if you want to have a conversation, if you just want the workflow done for you, I got you. Let's talk. Book the call.
All right, you heard it, folks. Book that call.
Book that call, man. Book that call.
But yeah.
What's your email address though?
I will actually direct message you right now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, let me direct message you right now. Somebody asked a question. Jarrell, give me a second. I just sent you, Miss Graham. How do I get back in the main chat? Okay. Jarrell asked, how do I optimize the documents before feeding it into an AI for the landing page generation? Oh, Mr. Davis, Mr. Davis, I like that automation you're talking about before. Looking forward to working together for sure. So how to optimize the documents? Go into Claude, go into ChatGPT, whichever one you fancy. I fancy for landing page generation, ChatGPT, because of the agent, like the chat, what are these called? The GPT that I have, right? So I fancy this, so I'll even send you, hold on, copy link. So yeah, there you go. So use that and get like much better structured responses on how to create better landing pages in terms of their structure. Yeah. I'll be sure to link you, Leon. Oh gosh, for sure, man, for sure. But yeah, so yes, Gerald, to answer, so to long story short, just go back and ask. Like, just tell these large language models, these AI guys, tell them, yo, this is what I want. How can we get here? You know? In fact, I have just the prompt for you. I feel like such a shrewd businessman now. I have just the prompt for you, actually. Stay on the call. I actually have a prompt that I got from this masterclass I was a part of the other day. I'm gonna share it with everyone in the chat. You guys should use it. So if you want something to write a prompt, like an AI model to write a prompt for you, you can just use this and tell it what you want. It's a long one though. Oh, it's over the chat limit? Okay, I'll have to send it separately then. So I'll send it like as a link in the group so everybody can view it for sure later. Yeah, I will send that in the group later. But yeah, it's a prompt where it's called the prompt generator. So you can like have that. So it's like the master prompt that you'd have at the top. You'd like have like some break lines and then you tell it Chat GPT or Claude, whatever you want, and then it'll construct a prompt for you that would be optimized. Yeah. Oh yes, Mr. Davis, talk to me.
All right, so one other automation request. So I
Mhm.
have about 5 emails with about 80,000 unread emails in them. Is it possible for me to use either n8n or some other automation platform to basically clear those emails as well as to kind of give me a summary of the most important ones?
Mhm. Well, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I haven't done email automation. I'll be frank with you. I haven't done email automation. I have largely done I specialize largely in web data extraction. Like I'm pulling corpus, like a lot of data from other people, like off the web. That's where I specialize in. However, looking at unread messages should be possible. So we can look together real quick on the Gmail node and see.
Thanks. I see Leon saying it's possible.
Oh, it's possible. Yeah. So there we go. Leon says it's possible. So great. That's why we have like a collaborative community effort, right? Because I'm not familiar with that, but Leon says it is. So we're gonna work off what Leon says here and go forward with that. Because I'm not entirely sure. I'm
Yeah,
not.
because sorry, what you could do is based off what you were looking for specifically in your emails, you could set like things that you wanted to look for. So let's say you're interested in emails from Lasco, emails from Grace, and emails from another company. You could specify those, and then it will specifically look for
Oh,
those emails, and then yeah,
yeah. Found it. I literally just found it as soon as you said it, Leon. So yeah, you can actually. So there's a node in n8n that allows you. Oh, let me disable this feature so you guys can actually see the screen. There's a node in n8n called get many messages, and in the filters it says right here if the read status is like unread. So you can definitely, yeah, unread emails only. You can actually do that automation right now in n8n, as a matter of fact.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, man, no problem. Good luck with that. 80,000 sounds insane, I must admit. That's quite a bit of emails. I must admit.
Yeah, it's from about 8 years. Approximately. You know those newsletters that you might sign up for and they send you
Ah,
50 emails a day or so on.
wow.
Yeah,
Wow, wow,
so
wow. I bid I'm wishing you all the best of that one for sure. That one
oh,
sounds
one
great.
more thing. Should it work, then
Mhm.
I will also share with the group how it went, like the process I used to do it, the flow and everything.
Please do. I would love to see like parsing 80,000. You'd probably have to get a little deeper on the setup in order to parse 80,000, considering it's that many. Like you oh, I'll actually show you. Like, oh, that's why we're on the call, right? Yeah, that's why we're on the call. Yes, I'll show you right now. So you can deploy from a template. And I would recommend you to check out this n8n template that has, where is it? Is this it? Yeah, that has these on it. So it has what's called, oh no, not this one. This one. Where is it? Where's the webhook worker? Is this it? Yeah, so highly recommend you to check out this one. I'll actually send it in the Quick chat right now. So highly recommend you check out this one because 80,000 sounds like a lot. And n8n may not be able. Now, I haven't done 80,000 of anything before, but just to be on the safe side, I'd recommend you don't want anything failing, like 40K in, right? So you'd want something that's more robust and allows you to scale up with the load that you're doing. So I recommend that template because that webhook process or this processor right here will allow you to what you'd say take on more information that n8n normally would be able to handle. So you can check that one out for sure.
Okay, thanks, gentlemen.
Yes, man, no problem. So Leon, yeah, I just said it a while ago. Yeah, like Leon said, n8n has some nuances.
Right. So we've come to the end. It's all the time we have, but I think we can all agree this was a very valuable session. I want to thank Jonathan for this very, very valuable information. It's why it's very important that you guys register. So I put in a link, a registration link. So if you want to officially register as a member of the JIA. So we have different tiers. We have supporting member, general member. So there are gonna be workshops that are only open to supporting members. So the fee for a supporting member is $1,500 for the entire year. Once you register as a supporting member, any special workshop or anything like that is completely free. If you're a general member, then you'd have to pay for those separate. If we have like a special workshop or anything like that. So as soon as possible, guys, if you haven't already registered as a member, put the forum link in the group and in the Zoom chat. But yeah, again, we just want to thank Jonathan for taking his time out to show us his valuable information. Please, guys, reach out to him through his business if you guys want to automate your workflow. We're in the age of AI, so please take advantage of it. These generational technological advances only come around so often, so you don't want to get left behind. You want to be ahead of the curve. And trust me, just even being a part of these sessions on a late Saturday night is putting you ahead of the curve compared to most people.
But we're
So
not a reggae sunset.
No,
right.
no, I understand. I understand. I wish I was there. I heard it was phenomenal. I heard it was great. I heard it was great.
But yeah. All right. So yeah, night to everyone. And we will be putting out this video on YouTube. So please, when we do that, please like, subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can see when we put out the new videos. And just follow our social media pages. So we're on Instagram, Twitter. Handle is JIA_876. Yeah. All
Before
right.
we go,
Yeah.
the group, are we talking about the community group or the
Mm.
announcement group or another group?
No, the community, the WhatsApp community.
Because I'm in the announcement group. I'm not in any other groups.
Oh, okay. So there's several subgroups. The one we're usually talking mostly is the discussion groups. There's one called JAI discussion. So I'd recommend you join that.
Oh, where could I find a link for that?
Oh, actually, let me just send you the link. But once you're in the community, you should be able to join any of the groups.
Well, sorry, I'm in the announcement group, not necessarily community unless
Oh, let me give you let me actually just put the community link in the chat right now. And you let me know if you're able to access the group, the different groups. There are a bunch of different subgroups. The most active one is the discussion group, but we have a research group, we have a development group. We have a policy group. So yeah, the link is in the Zoom chat.
All right, I joined.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Thanks, Jonathan. Thanks everyone for coming.
Yeah, no, thank you guys so much for having me. Looking forward to connecting with everyone on LinkedIn and stuff. Reach out, guys. Would love to chat with any of y'all. This is what I do for a living, and I could talk about it all day. So, yeah.
Definitely reach out.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys have an amazing rest of the day, man.
Thank you. More blessings. Thank you.
Blessings as well. Blessings as well.